Oh, now it's time for a bit of entertainment news because there's a couple of very expensive and much-hyped TV series available for streaming from today. To give us all the details, the hosts of Sky's Backstage podcast, Katie Spencer and Ms Bethany Linnell. Good morning, both. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so Apple TV launches today. Basically, over the coming few months, it's going to be the battle of the streaming services. So Apple TV launches today. You've got Disney Plus coming out in a couple of weeks in America. I think it comes out next year in this country. But you've also, at the end of the year, got BritBox coming out, which is going to be the BBC and ITV's version of Netflix as well. So,
not to mention Amazon going on.
Yes, so loads of things. But Apple TV, so they're having a big push this week to try and get everyone to subscribe. And should we take you through a few of the shows
yes,
meant
please.
to tempt us in? So the morning show, I mean, did Jennifer Aniston come and shadow you to find out what it's like to be a breakfast morning anchor? Because she did Diane Sawyer.
Yeah. Did she?
She spent a lot of time with us.
She's done her research, though, hasn't she, on this one? It's, of course, you can't have missed it, can you? Morning TV show, newsroom, but it's rocked by a scandal as when the anchor is accused of sexual misconduct and promptly fired.
So a lot of people are saying it's kind of a bit reminiscent of what happened to Matt Lauer over in America. But actually, this was written and in production before any of that actually happened.
And before the Weinstein scandal as well, even though it seems so timely.
And it's, Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon as well, Steve Carell plays the disgraced former anchor. And I think a lot of people are expecting to be a bit of a comedy, but actually it's a proper drama. So tell us your morning routine. Jennifer Aniston gets up for this...
what time does she get up?
3:30 in the morning.
Quite late.
But 3:30 in the morning to work out on a treadmill.
Oh.
Then she has a mixture of coffee, Red Bull.
I used to do that.
both in one drink, coffee and Red Bull. And I was there thinking, oh my God, that would be disgusting. You'd die if you drink that every day. But apparently that's what Diane Sawyer does.
Yeah, it's the way forward.
Crackers. OK, let's have a quick look.
Cue her.
Good morning. I'm bringing you some sad and upsetting news. And while I don't know the details of the allegations...
She's throwing me under the bus.
Mitch Kessler, my co-host and partner of 15 years, was fired today.
TV there, so you can see it's all quite a serious tone.
You know, when things are set in newsrooms, they tend to look into the middle distance and say, I'm doing this for the love of news. There's a lot of that.
Well, that's exactly what it's like.
It is exactly what it's like. It's very costly, $15 million per episode, reportedly, with Reese and Jennifer, $1 million each per ep.
Wow.
So it'd be interesting to see what people think of it.
We're doing something
Doesn't
wrong.
reflect salaries in the industry, does it? No,
It
not
really
at all.
doesn't.
What else have they got to tease us in?
Well, the other weird sort of Game of Thrones wannabe type one is C.
It's a controversial thing to say.
Well, it jolly well is, yes. We actually spoke to the star of the show, Jason Momoa, who of course was in the first season of Game of Thrones. Now, he plays... I mean, how does one describe this? It's almost indescribable. It's a post-apocalyptic future where a virus has wiped out most of the people in the world. There's about 2 million people left, but everyone that's left has been left blind.
It was like Day of the Triffids.
It does have tones, and also, for some reason, we've kind of gone back to almost medieval times. There's not things like iPhones and lots of technology. But obviously, people are saying to Jason Momoa, oh, this is quite a lot like Game of Thrones, but isn't it? And it's apparently a comparison he's not too keen on. So this is what he had to say when we asked him about it earlier this week.
I mean, nothing compares to Game of Thrones. To me, it's one of the greatest shows in history. Personally, this is better for me. Drogo really doesn't say much. He falls in love for a second, then he dies. That series is in its own realm. This is not that, but it's its own world, and it's beautiful. And I mean, so I don't like comparing the two. The only thing they have in common is I'm in both.
You know, I'd rather see him in Stargate Atlantis again. Bring that back.
So reasons that you should be tempted. It's the same writer that did Peaky Blinders, which of course is epic and really good, but certainly the first few episodes, it's very weird, and that you kind of play this game of thinking, would a blind person actually be able to have a a mass battle on the side of a mountain, sort of running after people and catching the enemies, and it's all a bit
interestingly, it has used a lot of cast members who are partially sighted, which is a massive step forward and quite exciting. Also, Alfred Woodward stars, Oscar-winning Alfred Woodward. So, you know, some great actors in there. So maybe it's a slow burner, give it time.
Yeah, you get a bit of tinnitus because they've all got cowbells attached to them. So that's how they feel their way around. So you get this constant cowbells.
Yeah. Oh. Gotta love a cowbell, eh?
Interesting.
The other strange one as well that we've got is Dickinson.
Yeah, and you know, we haven't got time. You'll have to tune in to the Backstage podcast for all those details. Sadly, we've got to leave you there. Thank you. Just a bit of breaking news that we've got to bring you this morning, and looking around the attacks on London Bridge